Hey fam, so in this video I want to share with you how much YouTube paid me for the year 2024. By no means do I share this information to brag, but I have two main reasons why I want to show you exactly how much I made with YouTube. The first reason is that I want to encourage you to start posting on your channel. I believe most of you that are already watching this video already have your YouTube channel and have been contemplating the idea of posting or creating videos for your channel. Then the second reason I'm sharing this information is to bring awareness to some of us that might fall victim to these so-called YouTube gurus or people who want to sell you a YouTube course for $1,000. So let me just go right ahead and go to my YouTube studio. So here what I'm going to do is to change the dates. I'm going to set it to 2024 so that you can see everything that is there, and I'm going to explain all the numbers that you see on the screen. So let me go right ahead and select 2024 right here, and you see the amount that is showing. So you can see that the estimated revenue for 2024 is $60,052.85. Don't rush to conclude how I made this. I'm going to explain everything, and there's something you have to understand about this actual amount. Now, if let's say I showed you this amount and told you to give me, let's say, $100 for me to teach you about YouTube, most of you will probably give me that $100 without even thinking twice. Now let me go right ahead. Maybe let me refresh so that you see what is actually going on here. Let me refresh the page. Just watch the figures. I'm not going to do anything. My hands are here. You can see the numbers are still the same. Nothing has changed. The figure is still the same. So initially right here, according to these statistics, I was paid $60,052.85. Now, when you look at these numbers, something might not add up. If you are new, you probably would believe this and say, I'm actually making this much amount on YouTube. And let me maybe even show you, maybe let's say the last 7 days. Let me switch it just temporarily to the last 7 days. You see how much YouTube has even paid me so far. All right, so you can see right here showing $2,162. Then now when you look at, let's say, the number of views and the number of hours I've gotten 313 subscribers in the last 7 days, and the number of views was 14,000. Now, when we look at this, we might say, okay, wow, this is great and the likes, but something doesn't add up. The number of views right here and the amounts being made does not add up. And the reason being is that most people who are trying to sell you a course are showing you a currency which is dollar, but it's not the actual dollar. Now, YouTube definitely pays you this amount. Now, the question is this the dollar that you are thinking of, or is it the dollar that is just something else? Because, for example, if you've ever heard like the Zim dollar, I'm sorry for we have friends from Zimbabwe, but they like the Zim dollar. And there was a time when Zimbabwe experienced like an inflation and the likes, and the Zimbabwean dollar had lost its value quite tremendously, and the amount would have a large amount, like $1 trillion Zimbabwean dollar, but it's almost doesn't have that much worth. So this is something of the case right here. Now, before I review exactly what people are doing, let's go to the revenue tab. I show you something interesting. So you can see right here, like my RPM is showing that my revenue per million. Now, RPM is simply the amount that YouTube will pay you after they get their cut. There is what we call CPM. CPM is the amount advertisers pay to YouTube. So if, let's say, advertisers give YouTube, let's say $12, or they give YouTube $100, YouTube will get around 45%, and 55% goes to you, the creator. So if, let's say, advertiser gives YouTube $100, the ads run on your channel, then the $100 is spent on your channel, YouTube will create $45 and you get paid $55. Of course, these are just estimations. However, that's how it's supposed to work in theory. So here is showing that for every 1,000 views, that's the RPM, for every 1,000 views, I'm getting paid $170. Now, this is a very good amount, and I wish actually this dollar was actually the United States dollar. And I'm revealing to you right now, this, wow, this is dollars, it's not United States dollar. And let me just go right ahead and show you what most people do on YouTube to trick us into buying courses that cost a lot and a lot of dollars. So right here, if I click on the settings option, and here in the settings tab under the general option, you can see there's what we call default units. Now in YouTube Studio, you have the ability to choose the currency that is shown for your analytics. So now most people will choose a different currency right here, and depending on your country, it's up to you which currency you can choose. So you can see right here we have South African rand, we have Venezuelan, the US dollar, Ugandan shilling. It depends from which country you come from. Now most people who are trying to sell us this course says for a large amount, what they will do is that they will change the currency. So right here, look at the currency that is here, TWD. That's the new Taiwan dollar. Now if I change this, for example, let me change it right now. I'll change it, instead of from new Taiwan dollar, I can change it to Trinidad or Tobago dollar. Let me go right ahead and do this and just click save right here. Now you can see this amount, it was showing 2,100. You see it has reduced to $443. I can still use this, and let's say if I wanted to sell a course, like someone once said, if you want to make money with YouTube, just grab a screenshots of your how much you're making from YouTube, go to Twitter, post pictures about that. And there are people who do that. Maybe some of you who are popular, who maybe on Twitter very much, you see a lot of these kind of screenshots. Especially if you're interested in YouTube, you see a lot of people posting how they are making $100 within, let's say, a week and the likes. And I can assure you most of them are doing exactly this. Let me show 2024, for example, with the Trinidad dollar. You see how much we are actually showing. So you can see now the amount has actually reduced to 12,622 from the $60,000 that was showing. That was how much I made. And to be honest with you, 2024 was a year where I wasn't even very much active on YouTube. I got active somewhere the last, I think, 3 months, or yeah, from November 16th. That's when I started posting at least seriously on YouTube again. I was of course on this channel, maybe let me say on this channel, that's when I started posting again. I was a bit not working on this channel for like, I think for like 7 months. I was posting once in a while here and there and the likes. So you can see that the channel wasn't making much. Now let me go maybe to the actual dollar. Now before I show you the actual US dollar and exactly how much I made on YouTube, let me address a question I was asked by one of your viewers. Someone asked me, like, if you are able to make money, because you know I post videos about making money online and the like. So someone was saying, if you are able to make like $374 in a day, you wouldn't have time to be posting videos on YouTube. Yes, it's true. If let's say I have something that is making me $1,000 a day, why would I be wasting time posting videos on YouTube if let's say I can double that in the likes? But the truth of the matter is this: before you can make such an amount online with something else, you have to put in the work. Okay, you have to put in the work. It's not something where you can wake up and you just okay, I'll do this and start making money. Now I'm also posting videos on YouTube to make money as well. So the truth of the matter is that while YouTube, let me not cheat you, YouTube is not an easy game. YouTube is a long-term game. However, as your channel grows, things become easier. It becomes easier making more money on YouTube as compared to doing this. So like, for example, the videos I show you where you are making money, you can make money with affiliate marketing, you can make money with maybe drop shipping, or these other videos you've watched where you maybe, let's say, chatting and the likes. When you compare it with, let's say, doing YouTube, especially let's say when you go full-time with YouTube, YouTube becomes the better business model. That's why I always encourage everyone to have their own YouTube channel. Now, the reason YouTube becomes the better business model is because while it's difficult to actually grow a YouTube channel, but the more it grows, it becomes easier. Things get easier for you. That's why I encourage everyone to start a YouTube channel. It's not easy in the beginning. So don't expect or don't assume that while I'm showing videos about making money online and the likes, like YouTube is the easiest way to go. Of course, it also requires you to put in the work. So even if, let's say, you are doing affiliate marketing, having a YouTube channel on the side, in fact, YouTube can become your main business, and you can incorporate affiliate marketing into YouTube. In fact, that's what I advise. Have a YouTube channel, incorporate affiliate marketing. Then these other things that we do, like using applications to make money here and there, there should be a constant reminder or something to keep you motivated that you can actually make money, and to remind you that you can make money. Believe it or not, it can get frustrating where you're trying to make money online and you go maybe, let's say, a month without making anything. That's why, like, when you do some bit like answering questions online to make money, when you just even get a $10 can just keep you motivated that it's actually possible to make use of your free time. I'll be helping a lot of you on my channel. I'll be having like some channel reviews. I'll be picking some random people, reviewing your channel and the like. So make sure you drop me a comment so that I can see people who are mostly active on the channel. But let's just go right ahead and let me show you now the actual reality, how much YouTube has paid me in 2024, so that maybe next year we can compare it when we look back with these figures. So I'm going to change my settings now to the actual United States dollar, which most of us are always thinking that when someone shows you dollar, they're talking about the United States dollar. So I'm going to change this currency right here, and I'm going to set it to USD. That's the United States dollar currencies. Then go right ahead and click save right here. Now let's see what is happening right here. So you can see now that the amount was actually $1,864. And in fact, if I'm being honest with you, the almost like 70 or 80% of this amount was made in the last 3 months of 2024, when I actually started posting seriously on the channel. Like I've already mentioned, I was a bit inactive on this channel in 2024 because I was concentrating on other things, and I have another channel. I think in one of the videos I reviewed that channel that I was posting on, and if we look at like how much I was making in a day, I was making somewhere $5, $2, $9, like the highest would go like $13 and the likes. However, when I started posting, you can see like the highest I was paid $44 in a single day. So it's actually very possible. There are channels, of course. I'm not saying there are no channels which are making $1,000 in a day. There are channels out there that are making $1,000. Like I've already mentioned, when a channel begins to grow, YouTube gets easier. It becomes easier and you become more motivated. That's just the rule of money. When you're making more money, you become more motivated. That's why most of us fail to make money, because sometimes when you start trying out something, let's say a method, you try it out the first time, it doesn't work, you get frustrated, you stop it. Now, however, the moment, like you say, you try it out and you make money instantly, we get motivated to try it even more. Hopefully, we'll actually get to make more money on the channel. I plan to, at least when the channel is making a lot, to at least give back to the community, to start sharing out whatever I'm making on YouTube. I'll start doing some giveaways. So when you see me start doing some giveaways on the channel, it means the YouTube channel is making more money that I can afford to actually do those giveaways. But currently, this is how much YouTube paid me in the previous year. All right.